Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Beth, and today I just finished reading Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. This book was released in 1990. It is about 450 pages long. This is a very well-known property. As we all know, there are the 3 Jurassic Park films, and of course, the multiple Jurassic World series, which is currently ongoing. I enjoyed this book. I think that it is very similar to the movie, but also extremely different at the same time. There are a lot of details that have changed here and there. There will be spoilers because it's such a well-known IP, and the book and the film have been out for, about 30 years, so it's time, so to speak. What can I say about this book is it's a fun read. If you really enjoy the series, I would say go for it, read it. I don't think you're actually gleaming much extra insight into the films with this book because I think that it's just a completely different beast. While the main hits of the stories are the same, the whole tone of the novel varies so drastically from Steven Spielberg's film. The film, I would say, is filmed with whimsy and really covers, I would say, the gruesomeness, but not as much as the book. The book is very focused on what the scientific discovery means in the terms of how it affects the world and the population and the environment and the world around this discovery, because in the beginning of the novel, for I would say the first 100 pages, it is obsessed with the genetic growth, the genetic research that is going on during this time period, and how all these different companies are trying to basically take advantage of their opportunities with this huge scientific, push in this arena. And I think that the book is just extremely cynical. You don't ever get that whimsical moment that you get in the film of Jurassic Park. When John Hammond welcomes to the park and you see the huge long necks and the sick Triceratops with, Dr. Grant basically listening to the beating heart. You never get that. Actually, in this novel, there comes a point when Dr. Grant is in the nursery and he's basically poking and prodding and torturing a baby velociraptor. And I think that basically says a lot about how paleontology will change because of this huge discovery of cloning dinosaurs. Because Dr. Grant, Alan Grant's job, is essentially it's extinct now. He has to study different things because there's only so much you can glean off of bones, and he's not the expert that he thought he was. Certain, I would say, theories that he had come up throughout the field throughout the years just completely solved within a blink of an eye. But at the same time, can you actually believe those theories? Because of the fact that, well, the dinosaurs are spliced with different DNA, which is touched upon in the film, and there's certain twists in the film that stay, I would say, the same for the book as well, such as the frog amphibian DNA being added into the dinosaurs, and that's how they can essentially breed. And I think that the characters themselves are in that cynical vein of thought. None of them are really that great of people. I mean, Dr. Grant, in a sense, he is still a very likable character. Same with Ellie Statler, but there's no romantic attachment. They are completely separate. There is that care of a working relationship there, but there's not as much of interplay between the two characters in this book. I would say that the children are completely different dynamics, completely different roles in this novel. I think they're more proactive in the novel. Well, really, Tim is more proactive in the novel. His younger sister, Lex, is not, which is a huge change because Lex in the film is actually older. So she's the one that's using the computers, and Tim is still the dinosaur nut in the film and in the novel. And I would say Lex in the book kind of serves as that younger sister, useless child role, which is in itself a cliche. So I do like how Spielberg kind of gave her a character development and gave her something to do, because in the book she really is just a liability there, which is important to see because there are certain dinosaurs such as the compies that are heavily advertised in this book, which are akin to they're scavengers that hurt the crippled and the young, the juveniles. They're actually shown in the Lost World in the beginning sequence with the little girl in the yacht, which is really actually in this book. So there's certain things that the whole series is turned around. I think another really, really funny tidbit about this book is Ian Malcolm dies at the end. And I know for a fact they Michael Crichton retconned it in the sequel book because Jeff Goldblum's character in the film was so popular. I have not read The Lost World, so I don't know how it was retconned. I only know that it was. So I just think that's a little hilarious. Something I would say about this book is it reads exactly like a not true crime, but I would say political intrigue novel, kind of like a spy novel. It reads very much like that in writing style, probably because there's a lot of corporate espionage going on. So I think that for my recommendation, probably a good novel to read in the same vein if you're enjoying it would be the Robert Ludlum Matarese Countdown series. It has Circle as the first book and then Countdown as its sequel. You can read them in any order. Quite honestly, they're very enjoyable, and I think that they play along in this same vein. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.